One.
Hey, y'all, and welcome to another episode of When
When
a
a
Queen
queen
is
is
Fed
fed
Up.
up.
My name is Leon.
My name is Jasmine, and if you are new here, we are cousins, best friends, and sisters. You claim it, we claim it.
Join us as we laugh, cry, and occasionally lose our minds trying to juggle motherhood, relationships, and this thing called life.
It's real talk, a little chaotic, and lots of laughs along the way. So grab your wine and buckle up.
So, if you couldn't tell already,
And
it is happily, if you couldn't tell already, it is Halloween.
yeah,
Yay! Halloween. And my lovely, lovely co-host here is a pirate.
yeah.
Duh. And then I am Mrs. Adams.
Mhm.
Morticia. It's Morticia. I can't get this girl's name right, but I'm her. Okay.
Never
And if
forgot
you
about
didn't
that.
know, I post a picture of her to the side of me. But yeah, period. Happy Halloween. And what a perfect day for this episode.
Yes.
Religion and spirituality.
Let's get spooky.
Let's get spooky. So, how was your week?
My week's been smooth. Honestly, just glad it's Friday. Week has been here and gone. So, you know, that's been cool. How about you? How's your week been?
Same. Super slow at work, which sucks.
Understood.
When we slowed, I mean, I ain't making no money for real. So here we are. But it's gonna pick back up. Holidays is coming. People
Right.
coming to get haircuts. Tip
Facts.
your stylist.
Always,
Tip
man.
your stylist.
Sure you gonna
Always.
take care.
Yes. Yes, yes. So yeah.
Please.
I think I have anything else, but I know you do.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
definitely do have a craziest shit that's ever happened to me. Happened to me, period. But it happened this week. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Dang.
I do believe I had my first experience of sleep paralysis, right?
Scary.
Very scary. So let's talk about it. I was home alone. It was Sunday, and I was going to sleep, and I was right in between the awake stage and going to your deep sleep, right? But I just felt like fear come over me, and it was like the most fearful thing that I've ever felt. Like I just couldn't move. I felt like there was someone coming down my hallway to like literally get me. And one of my biggest fears is someone breaking in the house while I'm alone and like, or breaking in the house, period. And I'm unable to protect myself or protect my baby if he were to be home. And that was the scariest thing ever. And I literally felt like it was a large man and he had something over his shoulder and he was slowly walking down the hallway
No.
and I couldn't move a muscle. I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't roll out the bed if I wanted to. Nothing. The only thing that I could do was roll my eyes back and forth. And so as he's coming closer, I'm literally so scared for my life. I closed my eyes and I just started praying. Oh, I got you. And when I opened my eyes back up, it was gone. The feeling was gone and I was able to move again. And that was the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Well, that would be the craziest thing I've heard this week.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was very crazy. It was very, very scary. And I don't wish that upon anybody. Ever.
Hmm.
It's literally not, I haven't been able to sleep. It's ridiculous.
No bueno. Well,
Oh my gosh.
what an intro.
So
Segue.
definitely keep your prayers.
Stay prayed up.
Stay prayed up,
Stay
okay?
prayed up. Got
Keep your
to.
prayers on the call.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, I guess we'll
Segue.
go ahead and get into religion and spirituality, right?
Yes, the questions that we always do. Well, not that we always do, but
Before we do that, we do want to go ahead and get into our own journeys and we'll touch into that a little bit.
oh yeah. You want to go first?
Not necessarily.
All right. So I guess it all started. We grew up in the church. My grandma was the one that was having us to church every Sunday. It was like a whole thing. every Sunday. Everybody had to get up and get ready and go to church. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I feel like once I got older, I just kind of like stopped going. Honestly, I do hair for a living, and I know this isn't an excuse, but I make most of my money on Sundays. So I would much rather go to work than to go to church. And when I got by myself and, living by myself, I just kind of started doing work instead of church. But after my grandma passed away, I think is when I tapped more into my spirituality because it was more of a honestly, it was just more of a way to be closer to her because I don't feel like I got to grieve properly with that whole situation. So I feel like if I can tune in with myself and become, one with like the universe and all of that, like I can talk to her, I can have conversations with her and I have. It's like a real thing. And like I said, like yeah.
Talk to your ancestors.
Yes.
Definitely talk to your
They talking
ancestors.
to you. You just
Always,
gotta listen.
always.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Yeah. What about you? Your journey?
So my journey is pretty much the same. I definitely grew up in the church. My mom and my dad definitely had us going to church prior to me moving in with the grandparents and going with them every Sunday. Like my dad played the drums and my mom and me was in the choir, so we definitely were in the church. But I can't say that I didn't have my own questions, and I've always had my own questions even as a child. So, you know, as you get older and you don't have that backbone or that discipline to get into church, you try to answer those questions on your own. And sometimes you do find those answers. And I feel like I found a lot of those answers in spirituality and being able to connect the two because you can't have religion without spirituality or vice versa, honestly. I know religion is just more so something that is structured in our homes because you born, you're baptized, and now you're going to church. And you better believe you better be there on Sunday, or it's a problem.
A big problem.
A big problem. You heard me?
There was no question, like, you were riding with that person, like, you were going to church. We were going to church with grandma. We had to be up and dressed and ready to walk out that door when she was ready to walk out that door or all
Or
hell was breaking loose.
amen.
And then go to church and act like nothing just happened.
You better be in there acting on your best behavior.
Acting like you got some
Okay,
sense.
definitely the same journey, and we are just doing it day by day, just like everybody else in this beautiful, beautiful world.
Beautiful flower.
Okay. So we will go ahead and get into our questions. But before we do that, I did have a quote that I wanted to go ahead and share with us. It says, "Some people say I'm spiritual, but not religious. Others find structure, community, and comfort in organized religion. But what really separates these two? And can they coexist?" Yeah,
Mm, okay.
always.
All right.
So definitely leave your thoughts below. Let us know how you feel about that. And let's go get into our question. So, Miss Lee, is spirituality inherently personal while religion is communal? I know we kind of touched on that, but so is spirituality inherently personal? So like,
Something you go through by yourself.
right, while religion is
Religion.
communal.
Oh, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Cause like you said earlier, you grow up in your religion. You
Right.
already are already a part of that when you're born, but as far as spirituality, like no one can go through that same spirituality journey as you. You have to have your own. No one, like it's gonna be fake if you try to go off of someone else's. So there's no there's
Excuse
no
me.
wrong way to do it. It's just your way to do it. And you have to believe in within yourself that you're doing things the right way, but
Facts.
there isn't like a wrong way? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain because it is something that you go through by yourself, so it's like you and your spiritual guide really are just
Excuse me.
going through that, you know? So, yeah. Ah, I'm so sorry. No, you're fine. Alright. Jasmine,
Yes.
can one be spiritual without believing in a God or a higher power?
I don't believe so. I mean, like, I guess you can try to, like, believe in science and try to correlate the 2, but, like, at the end of the day, it's all a higher power. It's all, like it's yeah. I I don't know how to explain it, but it we're all one, so it's all within the same and there's definitely a higher power, so
Yeah.
definitely.
I'd, seen a post that said, witches call it spells, Christians call it prayer, atheists call it manifestation, but it's all
The all the
the
same
same
thing.
thing, you know? So, I was like, "Whoa, that makes
That's deep.
sense. That's real, bro."
Very
Like,
deep, very, very
my
deep.
prayers and manifestations are, like, basically the same thing.
That's the true business. So, Lee, how do mindfulness, yoga, or nature-based practices fit into spirituality?
I feel that it correlates or whatever, or it helps because you need to have like be able to put your mind at rest. And I feel like when you're doing certain things like yoga is more of like a meditation rather than like you doing a physical like exercise or whatever. Because a lot of people use that yoga like positions when they manifest stuff like because you're grounding yourself. So you basically just grounding yourself and it's meditation, I guess. So, like, yes.
Definitely. And you know how like people literally go outside and ground themselves in nature. You can't tell me that isn't a spiritual connection to the earth and what's going on around you and definitely yourself. Like you are connecting yourself to the earth ground. So we love that. Definitely get out there and ground yourself. Go ahead and let all your aggressions
Walk around barefoot. You
in
know,
the
go
grass.
walk in a field and just barefoot and just, like,
Follow
hug a
around.
tree, you know? Like,
Definitely.
I really will tell people, like, if you're having a bad day, hug a tree, and people will look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, "It's a real thing." Like,
Always ask permission. I'm, I'm just
ask permission to hug the tree.
yes, you can't just walk up to a tree and hug it. You gotta ask the tree, "Do I have permission to touch you?" The tree is a living thing too.
Oh.
Don't sit here and tell me that you have not seen those videos where people are by trees and they're like, "If you can hear me,
And the tree
touch me."
yeah, the
Yeah,
tree moves. Yes, I've seen those videos.
that's what she do. Be crazy. I don't care. I believe every being, every creature, every we're all one, like I said. We all are connected. So,
So, I've never asked a tree permission to hug it.
well,
I
I
just
do. Call me crazy, but
I just hugged it. Take the love.
indeed.
Ground
Right.
me,
You
help me.
help me release my stress.
Do ancient traditions like Hinduism, Buddhism, or indigenous faiths separate the two? So separate spirituality and religion.
I can say yes and no because those are considered practice religions, but within those practices, they more so rely on the body, which is the temple, and going in within themselves to definitely connect their spirituality to what is their said religions, which is Buddhism or Buddhism, so on and so forth. No disrespect, sorry.
Buddhism or Buddhism?
Buddhism, Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Oh, it's very public education. And
It's who you telling?
we're gonna talk about it later. So, how has modern society's view of religion shaped the rise of spirituality, but not religious identities?
Because everyone on social media is talking about how they're going through a spiritual journey, but no one's really talking about going to church, and it's cool to be on a spiritual journey, but it's not cool to believe in God.
Right.
Like, it's crazy to me. Like, you will literally, like, if you say something from the Bible and you stand hard and strong on it, you could literally be, like, canceled. If someone doesn't like the way you're saying it or think you're taking it like you're believing in it the wrong way, literally, they canceled. No. But if you're out here and you're showing your spiritual journey and all this other stuff, people more so gravitate to that. And then they try to intimidate it. I don't think that's right. Intimidate?
Mm, I would
Intimidate is
say
not the right word.
maybe not. What are you trying to say?
Mock it? There's a word.
Um,
Impression.
impersonated,
Impersonate it.
I believe.
Yeah. So they try to
Imposter system. Imposter syndrome.
yeah, yes. But they don't go everyone has their own, like, spiritual situation, so you can find people trying to follow someone else's situation because they see how good they're doing and just try and follow the same steps and then be like, "Well, why ain't I in the same place?" And it's like, "Well, you don't know how much that person actually prayed,
Right.
okay? You don't know how much that person actually talked to God and also did, their spiritual thing with, talking to their ancestors and all that extra stuff. You don't know how much they did that. They're just showing you're just looking from the outside, outside looking in. Like, you don't know what
Exactly.
the fuck was going on through there.
That's a fact. You never know what someone else's journey is. So you definitely need to tune in to your own beliefs, what you want, and definitely follow what feels right for you. Like, definitely do that. And don't be afraid to tap into your soul, know who you are, and,
Okay.
do that.
So, what are the benefits and drawbacks of each path?
Um, okay. So I feel like the benefits of being in an organized religion, whatever you believe in, whoever's your God, is, having that community to go back to, one, being able to, know people that do go to the same church as you or have the same beliefs as you and be able to start your family off of those core beliefs and those structures. Uh, well, also the core beliefs and structures is also a great benefit. Um, just having something to believe in, like knowing exactly what you believe in and what you want to. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that is the benefit of, like, being in an organized religion is having a
The
belief to
foundation.
yeah, the
The
foundation.
foundation.
It always falls back to the foundation, and all the foundations always fall back into love and just really being, like, true to yourself. So, I would say for the benefits of spirituality will kinda be the same thing, but it's less of a community, but more so a journey for within, being able to know yourself, know thyself, like, that it's a big one, you have to know who you are, so that it's a great benefit. Being able to be in touch with, like, your ancestors, like we said before, is a wonderful benefit, and, also just, like, really being able to know what you want, know who you are, and be able to, like, create the life that you want to create using the tools that you can find being a spiritual person. And the drawbacks, I guess, would be the opposite, but
Yeah, I feel like for spirituality, the drawback would more so be the same thing because if you don't know yourself, that shit can be destructive.
that is a
Like
fact.
you going through a spirituality like journey and you not really one with yourself or know yourself and you will literally destroy yourself if you do like try and do something and don't know what you're really doing. For us
Facts.
basically doing something and you don't really know what you're doing. Like you have to know yourself and be open with yourself and be able to take accountability to be able to go through that journey and be okay with it, because you learn some shit about yourself that you be like, "Oh, no, I'm cool. I'm done with this. I don't no," and then you gonna fuck yourself up.
Yeah, but to say you can also, like, know yourself and find parts of yourself that you don't like because you have to like all parts of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, the parts that you wanna be, the parts that you've been, that you've overcome.
Mhm.
Like, you have to love all parts of yourself for you to be able to grow from your mistakes or your journey for real. Like, you have to grow from that. So, a lot of people need to do the shadow work and really tap into, like, the ugly parts that you don't want people to know. Like, you need to tap into that and be able to understand
Mhm.
where you were at that time and be able to overcome and grow from that so it never happens again, or you can really, like, cut that from your ascension line, and your children and your children's children don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But another topic for another day, I guess. And, also, a drawback from being spiritual is everybody thinks you're a freaking witch just because you tap into yourself or, you know.
I don't necessarily call that a drawback. Take it as you will.
Understood.
Whatever.
Well,
Take so tread lightly.
mm, well, you heard it here first, folks.
Okay. I'm just saying. Look at me.
Oh, well. There's a that. So, Miss Lee, what do you think draws people away from organized religion today?
Um, I would more so I would more so say other people's, like, opinions of it, you know? Um, people gonna judge you in church, people gonna judge you for going to church, people gonna judge you for not going to church. It's just all more of a, like, a judgment thing. So, eh, in order not to feel like I'm being judged or I'm doing something wrong or someone's always looking over my shoulder, making sure I'm doing the right thing, I just rather not deal with it at all. I felt like I went through that, like, especially when I had first moved out by myself. Oh, hell no, I'm not going to church. I'm not going to church after the night I just when in actuality, I should have been at church.
Crazy. I think more so for me, it's just being able to find a church home that you really do feel comfortable with the congregation and the person that the preacher and, everybody that's around because, um, they're not the same. Let's just say that. They're not the same. So,
I thought I did have one, like, my grandma's church, I thought that was my church home and I can just
yeah.
go there whenever, but baby, that first time I went there after she had passed away, I was like, "Oh, I don't know these people.
Yeah, it's
These
definitely
people."
different. It's definitely different.
Alright, so, Miss Jasmine,
Mhm.
can someone find spiritual depth within religion?
I feel like, yes, you well, I mean, let's just say, let's be honest, there are a lot of Christians or people of religious backgrounds who were just granddaddied into the religion. So, like myself, I don't know the Bible back and front and back. I didn't do my own personal journey with Bible studies, and I mean, I went to Bible study,
Right.
but I didn't really do my own journey into Bible study and know what going to church and learning. And I mean, and so for me, when I was going to church, I relied solely on my spirituality and my own intuition to have that connection while I'm in, the house of God or praying and talking to God or whatever the case may be, because I feel like I'm a very spiritual person and I'm very in tune to myself and my intuition. And I know, like, when I'm receiving messages or vice versa. So I feel like, yes, but it's always your own journey and everybody has to find that on their own time. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a random.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
How spiritual are you? Like, are you like, what is it? What are those cards called? tarot cards? Like, you spiritual like that? Like, you dabble?
Okay, so
What are
I
those? The
guess
little
confession time. I do have a set of tarot cards. Now, have I ever practiced them or used them? No. I'm a scary spiritual because I know for a fact how connected I am, and, like, sometimes I be seeing stuff I don't wanna see,
Mhm.
and so I don't wanna invite anything that I don't
Yeah.
want,
Okay, I feel that.
and you know what I'm saying? So, like, mm, once I learn how to fully protect myself, maybe I will go ahead and tap into that because I know, like, shoot, maybe I can find some information out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know you, Miss Ma'am. How spiritual are you? Let's tap into what
Man, you already know I win.
practices
You
you
already
have.
know I didn't play with them tarot cards, man, and that's another thing. I've played with that stuff. I have those rods, like, I what are they called?
They're spiritual rods.
Spiritual rods? Okay, yes. I have them. I have not played with those yet, but I keep having this, like, every time I see them, I get an urge. Like, or that's how it was with the tarot cards. Every time, like, I bought them and I just sat on them for a while, and then something was just like, "No, mess with them. Do see what you're doing, like,
Yeah,
see what it's saying, see
practice.
what you" yeah, like, something was urging me to do, and I feel the same way because I have a garage, right at my desk, like, right here in the pod lab. So it's like, every time I see them, it's just urging me more and more, like, pick them up,
But
top
I
shelf."
do know it's nothing to play with, and you definitely
Exactly.
have to stay prayed up,
Protection.
protected, and all the things. So
And
that's
that's
just
another thing, I don't know if it's a, like, a
oh
good
my god,
spirit
I'm
telling
just like,
me
exactly. I'm very
or
tingly
but it
right
was a good
now.
one for the tarot cards because I didn't get, like I just learned a little bit about myself, like, a little bit more about myself.
So you remember that one time we were in the basement that a couple months ago, and we were talking about this specific subject, and we were going to bring them out, and I got a really loud ringing in my ear.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Super
late.
late. Oh my gosh, tears are watering.
I'm like, I have chills right now. And it's like, nope, we're not gonna do that. So like that you just have to have your own discernment. You have to know
Yeah.
when
When
and when not
yeah.
to practice. I'll just say that.
I think maybe because I bought them with the thought that I
Always
would
with
never
the
use
intent,
them.
with the right intent.
Oh, yeah, always.
Mhm.
So I think because I bought them with the thought that I'd probably never use them, but I don't even think about using them until I see them, so it's never like a urge, like a I feel like it's never like a bad urge, I
Mhm.
guess, but it's just like, "Damn, you ain't even touched them for real." Like,
I
I took
know.
them out and
Yeah.
looked at them, I held them, I got and I was like, I'm not ready for that yet."
Yeah. It's literally the same way I felt with the tarot cards. They've been tucked away and I've had them for years, like before Jabra was born.
Mm.
Years. And I just never well, I think I've like brought them out once, but then I was like, I don't even know I don't have my own definition for the cards yet, so it doesn't even
Yeah.
make sense for me to go
Yeah.
through them. So
Mines are in the basement. In
crazy.
my big container with all of my, important stuff, important, non-important stuff that I had down in the basement when
Yeah.
I was recording. Yeah, oh my god.
So yeah, definitely use your own discernment,
Yes,
practice safely,
always,
and always protected.
always.
Mhm. Now, what we talking about here? Oh, we talking spirituality or we talking about
I use crystals
oh, yeah, for sure.
to feel protected. I don't know if, like,
Always.
anyone's ever noticed that I have, like, one in my hair, and I feel like my whole life, like, changed after I got it in my hair, and I think it was what, like 3, 4 days that I think it was like this I don't know when I noticed it, so it could have been longer than that,
Right.
but I feel like it didn't take me long to notice it because 'cause it's been in my hair for a minute, and the first one fell out, and I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no. This is why I've been feeling so weird." I had to go and get another one, and this was literally the very last one that they had. Literally the very last one that they had, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I need that," and that's why I'm here right now. That's why I was told to come right here, right now, on this day, so I didn't miss it. Cause I would've you know how hurt I would've been if I could not find it? But, yeah, I feel like when I did put I have an amethyst heart in my hair, And I feel like when I did put it in there, you know how it opens like the third eye, or that's what that one is more so for. That's when I started hooked. That's when I had the idea of it, and that's when I had the idea start crocheting and all that stuff. And I'm like, holy shit! Like Leanna Monroe was never crocheting ever.
Look at you now.
Would never even thought about it.
Growth. We love that. Before we go ahead and end our episode, I did want to go ahead and do this last quote that I see. It says, religion is for people afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for those who've been there. Mm,
Oh my good gracious,
tough.
bro. So
Okay, very
what? Okay, everybody's hell is different, and I feel like that's a very true statement. Like
thanks.
that shit is so real. That's crazy.
Yeah, and everybody's definition of heaven and hell are different. And I believe personally that that is whatever you believe is what's going to happen. So
Definitely.
if
Oh
this
yeah.
is hell on earth, then you better have some
Mhm.
high hopes for yourself afterlife.
Come on.
Okay.
Talk
Beauty
about it.
and nothing above. Peace and love. Peace
Stay
and
prayed up.
love.
That
Okay.
is the topic of this here episode. Make sure
Yeah.
you stay prayed up.
In love with
Prayed
one
up.
another.
Yes.
Gosh, just
Yeah. Love one
all we
another.
need is love.
See,
Okay.
it's not that
Stop
hard.
me.
No, I love you.
Love you too.
I love you.
I love you. Well, thanks for sitting with us, tuning in for episode 4,
On another
Religion and
Friday night.
Spirituality. Yes.
Amen. Happy fucking Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Love y'all.
Later.
Bye.